It is Monday, January 3rd, 2022, 7:28 a.m. I'm still pretty tired because I just woke up 28 minutes ago. I really need to start making these videos more often because there's so much to talk about. So this is probably going to be a longer video. But today's off because of New Year's. I had Friday off. We only had a half day, but I took that off. I took tomorrow off as well because on Saturday it was the day one pay-per-view, and I usually take the 4-day weekend, so figured may as well do that again. And the pay-per-view was okay. Few good matches. Brock got put into the Fatal 4-Way because Roman got COVID, and he of course won. So that was annoying. But whatever. Overall, it was fine. Enjoyable day at Match X with everyone. That was a fun day. I went in with like a grumpy mood, and then like within minutes I was feeling better, so that was good. And yeah, it's been a good holiday, especially with all the days off. It's been such a well needed and well deserved rest. Um, and like yesterday, I found myself just kind of like I didn't feel like doing anything but watching YouTube videos for a long time. And I was like, I still have 2 more days of this. This is sick. So really gonna be hard to get back into the swing of things. But I've really enjoyed these holidays, so very thankful for that. For 2022, um, I, um, I know I know I say I never make resolutions, but every year I have a goal. So you make resolutions, Mike. So my goal for 2022, and I went back and I watched what I said in last year's video, and I laughed because I said the exact same thing. I just want to be healthy. I talked about how like I'm eating way too much when I get physically fit, and that went not well. One of the things maybe last specifically was how I wanted to say I wanted to get more strict on how on my diet, and specifically with like the junk food that I eat, and that the entire year I struggled with in 2021. So um, I would like to be my goal for 2022 right now is to actually I said this the year before too, so it's a struggle for me to do this. So I'd really like to focus on this year. Um, I want to be the healthiest I've ever been. Not just healthy, I want to be the healthiest I've ever been. And I understand there's a lot of challenges that come with that, with my mindset. I was Googling how to make exercising fun. I didn't find anything that people just listen to music, listen to podcasts, listen to audiobooks, do things that you enjoy when you're working out, just stuff that you would think of. And there's like so I realized, oh, there's no way to make this fun. And then I quickly realized it's not that I don't like exercising. Like I actually do. I do like working out. I don't always like the way I feel while I'm doing it, but I like the way I feel afterwards. I like the physical benefits I'm getting from that, and just mentally knowing that it's helping me hopefully live longer. Um, so I actually do like exercising, but I realize the thing I don't like about exercising is the fact that it takes time. Because I'm all about time. Because I have so limited amount of time in my mind. Um, so I don't I can't work out in the mornings. So that's out of the question because tried that before and it's just I'm so lazy in the morning. I don't have the energy to really push myself to do well to do all the sets I need to do in the morning. So that's just not gonna happen. I'm not gonna wake up even earlier so I can be more awake and then do the exercise. So that's just not gonna happen. So it's gonna be in the evening. So if I work, if I'm up from 7 or if I guess 8:30 to 5 I work, and let's say with this new plan, like sorry, not only physically but mentally healthy too. So with this new plan, I calculated about 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes of free time after work, because after that I'm working out, I'm showering, I'm going down to read, and I'm going to bed at 10. So 3 hours Monday through Thursday, because I wouldn't be working out on Friday or the weekends. Um, so three hours times 4 is 12 hours per week per work week of free time during the week. And that just sucks. That's not really a lot of time. 3 hours is like it's plenty to do things, but from having done this earlier in the last year or even in the summer maybe, I don't know, but like I just know that doesn't feel like a lot of time. It feels like I'm honestly it feels like I'm waking up, going to work, going to bed. waking up, going to work, going to bed. That's kind of how it feels, despite those 3 hours that I have to myself. Um, and that's the biggest thing for me with working out. It's like, okay, how do I get past that mental block and be like, okay, the 3 hours, it sucks that I only have that much, but that's just how it is. And that's something I'm going to be definitely struggling with. I haven't found an answer for that, and it's very, very difficult for me to do that. But I'm I'm happy that I've been able to identify what the issue is. Because for the longest time, I was like, I hate exercising. It's the worst part of my day. The worst part of my day is no matter what, it's the time wasted working out. Because I want to work out for like an hour. So of my free time, I guess that's kind of my free time, but that's an hour of my day that could be free time that's gone away. Because like right now, if I've like before prior to the holidays, I'd be going to bed at like 11, and just kind of from 5 to 11, just that's 6 hours of doing whatever. And like even then, like sometimes it'd be like I wish I had more, but I never felt like it's it's not enough time. I never felt like it's too short of time. I never felt like I'm. That's when I truly felt like I was not waking up, going to work, going to bed. That's when I felt like I actually had some time to myself. So that's just something I'm struggling with. I might alter sometimes. I don't really know what I want to do, but that's the biggest struggle that I'm trying to figure out right now. So we'll see. But that's my goal physically for 2022 is to be healthier. And another thing that comes with that is eating healthier, and that's also a giant struggle. And this year especially, I've been very down on myself and very negative and just not physically happy and not happy with my diet at all because I've been very, very lenient, completely opposite of what I wanted to do last year. Um, and I got like, especially towards the end of the year, I just really just said fuck it and said whatever, I'm doing whatever I want. And this month especially because it's like cheat December. No, it's been bad. Like these Reese's chocolate bars, I bought 10 last week, ate them in half a week. About 10, or sorry, 7 more, and I was just like slowly eating through them. Because at this point, I've just eaten so much junk food, I can see it in my face. I'm getting fatter. But I'm just sick. And I know I said this last year. I'm like, I'm just sick. My body's like, dude, please just be healthier, please. So I have today and tomorrow, and that's it. I'm gonna start being healthier. But before I do that, I have to finish off this chocolate bar, a whole bag of M&Ms, which tastes weird, 2 sweet chili heat Doritos bags. Uh, I never thought I'd come this, so I'm sighing at the thought of eating junk food. But so Tuesday will be my last day, and then Wednesday I want to get back onto the train. Basically, cut it out cold turkey. And that's going to be rough. Because right now I'm fine. Like, I'm not hungry. I'm not craving these treats because I have them all the goddamn time. But I know what's coming. I know that within a week's time, lunch is going to suck because I'm going to have this bowl of cereal, which I'm trying to find something that has no sugar, but they all have sugar. So I just bought something that was like, I forget what it's called now, but it's like, it looked relatively healthy. It's just some sort of grain cereal with maybe granola in it. I don't know. But it had the least amount of sugar could find. I think it's like 8 grams. I'm trying to find something that has no sugar though. Because I want to, as best as I can, I want to eliminate as much sugar from my life as possible because it's been such a bad habit of mine. But I know that when with lunch, I'm gonna have that bowl of cereal and I'm gonna be hungry and I'm gonna want more cereal. And that urge, usually I can fight, but that's gonna take me into dinner, and that's when it's hard. That's when it's very, very hard for me to not want to have something sweet, dessert, before, during, and after my dinner. And what I'd like to do as best as possible is push off dinner for as long as possible, so that way when I do eat dinner, I'm like, my body's like, okay, we have something. Obviously, we want dessert, but that craving for something isn't as strong and intense as it would be had I just eaten dinner at 5 or earlier. And now from like, let's say I'm starting hungry at like 6:30 to the end of the night, that's gonna suck. So that's one thing. That's kind of my plan with that. And then with lunch, also, actually, what I'd like to do is start eating vegetables and fruits again. This is another thing that I know I struggle with, and I thought it would be like, so my plan is to get the pre-cut fruits and vegetable bowl, because that's going to save me time. I go in and literally all I have to do is pick what I want and put it in a bowl and eat it, or in a whatever, just eat it. But I know that that's going to eventually, within a couple weeks time probably, get tedious and get something that I have to actually remind myself to do and actually like, forcefully do. Because even last year, I would buy celery and carrots, baby carrots. All I'd have to do is get the celery and carrots and just eat it. That's all I had to do. And even then, I was just like, I don't want to do this. So I don't know what more how much easier I can make it myself, but I need to start doing that because I should be eating healthier. I want to drink. I forget it's like a gallon of water. I forget what it is per day, but it's 8 bottles of these waters a day. I believe I calculated. So actually, how big are these? 250. Where does it say? 500. So 4 liters. These are 500 milliliters. So 8 of these, 4 liters. Sure. So I thought 8 of those bottles a day, I believe it was. 8 maybe. So I'd like to start drinking the minimum daily requirement, at least, per day, which is going to be rough because for some reason it's just having hard for me to remember to drink water. Like there's been days when I have like at 5 o'clock comes and I'm like, oh, I haven't had a sip. I haven't drank anything at all. Sometimes there's coffee, like there is today. Let me wet my whistle there. But so stupid. But there's some days where I don't drink water like until the end of the day, and it's like that's bad. And, like my skin isn't breaking out, but I'm noticing a little bit more acne, which isn't great. So just drinking more water because that will hopefully help curb some of the cravings that I have with food, because it will just keep me feeling full. So it's that. In addition to the water, I've gotten back into the Ghost Greens. I've ordered some more for myself because it's just a good product. It seems like to something extra healthy. So going back to that. And then what was the other thing? I think that's it. Oh yeah, I might get some like snacks or something, just some healthy snacks, just so if I am craving something, I can have that kind of, fucking piece of chalkboard granola bar or something like that that is relatively healthy, just something to kind of trick my brain into thinking, oh yes, you got a treat, you're fine. So, that's my main goal. And physically, obviously. So, and then I want to like going back to like the physically fit, most fit I've ever been. That's gonna require a lot of actual dedication to working out, a lot of actual working out, and yeah, like I'd like to have abs again. I like to have, as Chris D'Elia calls them, the cum gutters, the V. I like to just feel fit. I like to like not have this gut that I have, and like I'm not fat. I'm not like my body's fine. I just don't like the extra bit I have on it. And just on top of that, I just want to be fit. Like I want to I'd like to have that flexibility back when I was doing yoga. I like to have kind of that strength that I feel. Not so much physically. Like I don't really care physically. Like I'm fine being scrawny. I just want to be a little bit better shape. So that's my main goal physically, and then mentally too. I want to be as mentally healthy as I can, and that's the one that's going to be very difficult for me because there's a lot of things I need to do to get there. And first and foremost, I'd like to get back into therapy, so I need to start doing that. And I think it's like 500 to 400 bucks I have with insurance, so that's a handful of sessions that I can get paid for by insurance. But honestly, I might just bite the bullet and start doing my own like out-of-pocket therapy, even if it's once a month, because there's things I need to work out, things I need to work on, a lot of things I need to work on, and I just put to the wayside because I just haven't really been dedicating time to myself, and I need to get back to trying to be a better version of myself for myself, because there's a lot of work that I feel I need to do, and I'm just not happy with who I am, and how I feel, and I'd like to have that be better. And I'd like to make a list of things that I like to work on, things that I want to just figure out and be better at, or just get mentally healthy. And that's going to be hard. That's going to be hard. I think that'll be the harder thing than physically fit, because that's fixing myself mentally is going to be hard. So I really hope that when I watch this video next year, both of those things have some progress, especially the mental stuff. One of the big things mentally is my job. Like I don't I don't know, dude. I need to figure something out with that. One of the things too that like kind of made me laugh in a sick way was I think it was in March. I made a video about how I have a goal now and I want to focus my time on streaming. I'm excited about trying to make that a job because it might suck, but it'll be better sucking at that job than or having that job suck than not hating my job now. A month later came my week-long vacation, WrestleMania. I streamed myself out, and I was like, I'm done with this. So that was a little disheartening to see, because I seemed genuinely excited about that. So that sucked, but yeah, there's just a lot of things I need to do, and I'm excited about what this year has in store. I'm hoping that there's an actual progress update throughout the year, but more so in a year's time, I can look back on this video like, hey, you did it. So hopefully, Mike, from the future, you're not going, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, as you're watching this video like you did the last one. So that's my goal for 2022. Lots of work to be done on myself, and I'm excited about it, and I'm hopeful that there's actual progress. Moving into something that I was working on throughout 2021, or kind of at some point 2021, was just the mental aspect of things. So reading more, I was reading into the stuff about manifesting your reality. Manifest your reality, man. And I don't remember if I said exactly what it was, but there was a video where they said, manifest small things into your day, into your life that will kind of strengthen your confidence in the universe bringing you stuff. And I don't remember if I said what exactly it was, because there's something that I was like, all right, so they said, wish for coffee. I said, I don't really believe in that, so I'm going to think of something that's like, it's not impossible, but it's likely. Or sorry, it's not impossible, but it's not really likely. So the thing that I asked for, the universe, was I want Taylor to get in touch with me. I don't remember if I said this in the blog, but I asked to say, Taylor just gets in touch, even if it's by accident, right? And because that was something I was like, if that happens, like, there's no reason she has to get in touch with me. And it's been like a while since we last talked. And last month or late November, she did. She called me. And I swear to God, I think I was playing Battlefield, or I was doing something. I was playing Diablo, maybe. I don't know. But I was doing something, and I look over my phone, and there's Taylor on my on-call display. And I legitimately said, no fucking way. Out loud. No fucking way. Because I couldn't believe it. And we had a conversation for maybe an hour. And at one point I asked her, like, this is going to be weird, but, like, why did you call me? And I don't remember even what she said. But it wasn't anything, on her end, nothing universal. But I was like, what the fuck? This is so weird. This is so weird. And that definitely strengthened. And I feel weird about it too, because like, I would have thought that like if this happened, I would be like, holy fucking shit! I would have been freaking out. And there's a part of me that's like, why are you not more excited about this? But like my strength and like my belief in the manifestation stuff was like, holy shit! Like it definitely got bigger. So, but I haven't been manifesting stuff, so that's another part of the mental betterness of myself, is just kind of trying to manifest some stuff. That I was like, Jesus Christ, that's insane. That's a thing that like, if this happens, this will strengthen it like a lot, and it happened. So that was just exciting. That was weird. That was yeah, that was a thing that happened, and that was exciting. So I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that, because I wanted to make a vlog earlier, I just kept forgetting or didn't feel like it. So that happened. I did make a list, so I'm not all over the place. Lately I've been sleeping well, and by sleeping well, I don't mean going to bed at a regular time. I'm going to bed for the last couple of weeks, like 1 a.m. and waking up at 7. So I've been really tired throughout the day or throughout the morning. But like overall, I haven't been too bad, like alertness wise and just feeling awake. There's definitely been a point in the day where I'm just like really tired, and then it goes away after a while, and I feel fine. So that's been unexpected, especially like during work days. But work has been like the last couple of weeks not really like, who gives a shit. So when we get back to our regular scheduled programming, that's probably not going to work out. So but yeah, when I have been sleeping though, it's been like maybe because I'm just so tired, honestly. But I've just been like falling asleep quickly and staying asleep and having just a shit ton of dreams. Like I'm dreaming so much, and I don't even, most of the time I don't remember what I'm dreaming about. But even if I do, like forget it relatively quickly. But I've just been dreaming so much to the point where like I'm excited to go to sleep just so I can see what I dream. Um, so hopefully that sticks around the sleeping through the night, because that's one thing that I mentioned when I went to the doctor for my end of year checkup. I was like I'm just not like I'm waking up constantly throughout the night for no reason. And he just suggested one thing he suggested was try melatonin again. And instead of taking it daily, just try it. Or he didn't say don't do the daily thing. I said I'm not gonna do it daily, but he said try the melatonin, see how that works. Try half of what you were taking before. So I didn't remember at the time, but I checked this week, so I had to go buy some more. But I was taking 3 milligrams, and I was initially like, all right, I'm not gonna buy more. I'm just gonna split it in half, and that'll be 1.5 milligrams. But I went to the store, I saw there's a 1 milligram melatonin, so I'm gonna try with that. And if anything, I'll split that in half. And the only time I'm gonna take it, or I'm not sorry, I'm not gonna end up taking that for sleeping through the night, because I'm not gonna take that every night. But what I am gonna do is I'm gonna do that on Sundays, because Sundays I'm finding are the hardest day for me to go to bed. Because for me, going to bed on Sunday is the acknowledgement that the weekend is over, and that anxiety of the start of the week starts usually. And or even I'm just not tired. Sometimes I'll find myself, it's like midnight. I'm like, I'm not tired. I have to go to bed. And I just kind of toss and turn until 1, 2 o'clock, and then I fall asleep and wake up at 7. So what I'd like to start doing is on Sundays at like Sundays at like a regular time, a good time. Take that melatonin. Just because what I'd like to do is get to a point where like that melatonin helps me get so tired. I'm like I'm falling asleep at my desk, so I need to just go and go to bed. And then I go to bed at a regular time and wake up with good hours of sleep on Monday. But on top of that, hopefully, a lot of the anxiety that I feel, which usually heightens, worsens, and gets multiplied drastically when I'm just laying in bed in that silence, hopefully that either decreases. I'm happy with just decreasing, or goes away entirely, which is a perfect scenario. But I want to try that. And then hopefully that'll be better for me on Sundays. And then I'm still trying to figure out or Saturdays, because Saturdays I'll sleep in, and it's like I'll wake up at noon, and then I go to bed. If I go to bed at a regular time to wake up at 7, it's like even midnight, it's 12 hours. It's like, okay. Even during the week, like there's no other time in the week that I'm up for 12 hours. So I don't know, but still trying to figure that out. So that's something. So moving into Christmas, overall it was good. There was like the Christmas Eve was actually enjoyable. Christmas Day was a little annoying just because there was COVID talk, and I was like, this is stupid. So that was annoying, but overall it was okay. For gifts, I got this Adidas shirt from Matt, or from everyone. I got some Vans sweats, which is kind of funny now because now I have my Vans t-shirt, my Vans sweater, my Vans sweats, and my Vans shoes. All I'm really missing is Vans underwear and Vans socks, and I can be fully Vans out. I got a $100 gift card to Amazon and some treats. Matt got 2 Warcraft books, a turtleneck, electric screwdriver, and a Horde Christmas sweater. Mom got an exercise bike, which she wanted, and Dad just got clothes. I think that's what everyone got, and that's what everyone asked for, so it's good Christmas-wise. So that's really it. Moving into less important stuff. Last couple of weeks, I've had a addiction to YouTube, specifically Smosh videos. I've been watching a shit ton of Smosh videos, similar to how I watched GMM, I think it was last year. A lot of. So I've been going through a lot of their, not so much Smosh, but like the Smosh Pit stuff, which is like they're kind of just hanging out and doing stuff like challenges or playing games and stuff. I've been really falling in love with these videos, and just they've been making me feel good, and they've been making me feel happy, and they've been making me feel touching on that creative side of me that I'm always trying to chase appeasing. And in particular, Shane on there is just hilarious. Like, his laugh is hilarious. That dude is just very quick-witted. He seems like a genuinely good guy, and it's just like he's like I don't even know he's in I Love because he's just so funny. And it's just been awesome watching those guys, and it's yeah, I plan on watching more today, most likely. I found Smoshcast, which is their podcast. I went through, I think they have like 89 videos, or podcasts, I should say. And I went through the ones that had cool titles. And to be honest, some that just had Shane in them. I was like, oh, I'll watch this. So I have a little bit of a obsession here with Smosh, which is Shane, apparently. So yeah, it's been cool. It's like lighthearted, goofy fun. And there's there's been some genuinely hilarious moments on there. So really thankful for that because it's put me in some happy. Not that I was like necessarily sad, but I've just been happy overall. So and actually let me up down thing just a later point. So that's been something I've been watching a shit ton of. And then for shows, Hawkeye season 1, I think I'm halfway through. I think it's ended. I just haven't been really keeping up with it, but I'm halfway through. And so far, it's like really good. Not a lot has happened, but I've been really enjoying what's been happening. It's surprisingly good. Like Hawkeye, I didn't really give a shit about Hawkeye, but like surprisingly good, and I've been really enjoying it. Apparently, it's like a really satisfying season finale, and it's just, everyone loves it. So I mean, not surprised. So that's been good. There's a new Star Wars show, the Book of Boba Fett or something like that. The first episode came out last week, and maybe even this second episode now. But that's something I'm gonna be watching. I hate the weekly format. Like I hate how everything was all at once, and now they're going back to weekly stuff. I hate it. But whatever, so I have to watch that. And then Dexter New Blood. I forgot this was even a thing until I think there's like a few episodes out, and I'm so mad at myself for remembering that because I've been in love with this show, and week to week has been absolute torture because every episode is goddamn tastic. And our episode 9 just aired. Episode 10, the finale is next week, and it is so good. So good. I've been really enjoying it. It's the story of Harrison, Dexter's son, finding him in wherever the hell he's at, Alaska. Or no, he moved out of Alaska into New York somewhere. And there's Dexter kills someone again after 10 years and tries to hide it, and he's just sloppy, and he's dating another person in the that town's police. And there's another killer there, and he kills his son, and then the guy knows, so he's trying to get after Dexter, but Dexter doesn't know that, and then eventually Dexter finds out, and that guy tries to kill Harrison, and the last episode 9, they kind of crossed paths, and Dexter got the upper hand, and Dexter killed him, but he also told Harrison that he's a serial killer, and Harrison watched Dexter kill Kurt, and Harrison's also showed these tendencies, but like we don't know yet to what extent Harrison felt them, if he wanted to hurt people or if he just wanted to hurt people, but he like minorly. So it's been so goddamn interesting, and I've been really enjoying it, and I might go back and watch it earlier or like rewatch Dexter, but it's been so good, and I can't wait for it to be over, but I'm also sad that it's over because I'm pretty sure it's just the one season, but it's been so good. So yeah, that's been a highlight of this end of the year and going to the new year. Just so goddamn good. In terms of movies, I don't remember a lot of stuff that I watched. What I do remember is that I rewatched the Matrix trilogy because I ended up going to see Matrix Resurrections, the 4th new one, on Christmas Day with Matt. The trilogy, I know I saw the first one. The second one I may have seen bits and pieces of, but I didn't remember it at all. And the third one I don't know any of it, so I must have never watched it because that was completely unfamiliar to me. The first Matrix movie is fantastic. It's really cool, and it really makes you think. And then the second and third movie were strange because they really leaned into the Matrix portion of it, like with the machines. With machines, I should say, and like this dystopian universe. I was like, this is not really what I was wanting out of the universe. Like I was wanting more of like, I don't know, like the struggle between real and not real. Not so much like in computers and shit. Not so much like, hey, these are robots or systems or whatever, and they're against us and we're fighting. I don't, it just was weird. I was still okay, but it was I don't know. It went away that I wasn't really fond of. And then the fourth movie. Oh my god, excuse me. The fourth movie was I liked it. I'm not really hard to impress. It was okay. There were things that I would have done, things I would have liked done differently. The things I would have cut out completely. And things just went on too long. But overall, I thought it was a good movie. I enjoyed it. I'd actually probably liked it more than the. I think I actually liked so Matrix 1, 3, 2. That's the way I liked it. I think I don't know if I liked it more than 3, but if I don't know, I don't. It's definitely like 1, 3, 4, 2 or 1, 4, 3, 2. I don't know. So yeah, it was okay. So, but apparently, like people online hate it, of course. The majority of people hate it, so that sucks. But whatever. So that's really all I watched lately, and yeah. So I want to continue watching one thing a week. I said that last year. I think it was one thing a day or one thing a week. I don't remember, but I'd like to watch something because I was just yawning. This is so annoying. Because I legitimately do like watching stuff like any other human does. But I really enjoy this, like seeing the filmography of it all. Like that's stuff that's always excited me. So I'd like to continue doing that and examining that and watching that and learning. And yeah, so shows are the easiest to watch because they're shorter. But movies are like I like movies and like figuring out how they tell such an intricate story sometimes in just one movie, and just there's so much to look at and stuff. So I'd like to watch. I don't know. I'd like to continue doing that because that's something I enjoy. But whatever. We'll see how that goes. Let's get on the lower on the list of priorities, but still something I'd like to do. For games, I've been feeling more gamey lately, so I've been playing a little bit more. Really, the main thing that's taking up my time is Battlefield 2042, which is absolute dog shit. I have like 140 hours in it now. Like 50 of which have come in the last 2 weeks. This game sucks, dude. It's really only fun because of friends. Myself, Mirko, and Matt are playing a lot, and we just sit in the bolts the majority of the game, doing stuff and just destroying, getting top squad, and that's fun. But there's so many bugs, the maps are dog shit. There's so limited guns if you're not in that bolt, and I don't really. If it's boots to grounds, I can feel myself not enjoying the game. However, I have been stove flamming lately, and I got my stove flam mastery thing, and that's been fun. Helping the team has been fun. Locking onto vehicles and just when my team actually shoots them down, oh, it's just so nice. Hopefully knowing that people on the other team that are flying helicopters are getting annoyed, because there's some games where like or sometimes like whether it's ground or air, sometimes people just don't shoot it out of the sky right away or at all, and just because it's funny to me, if they stay within range, I'll stay locked onto them. There's this one game where there's this tank who wasn't moving a lot. I sat there, so flammed on him, and I just went like this. My other hand was just chilling, and I sat there, so flamming him, and then China was just and he hears that too. And eventually, after a while, like he would get out of the tank and back in, out of the tank and back in. And I'm wondering if you thought, like, is this like a bug? Like, am I bugged? Like, what is this game? What is going on in this game? Like, why is this stupid sound there? And eventually, he got out and blew up his own tank because he was so annoyed, and that just made me laugh. So, but yeah, it's a dog shit game, and there's not gonna be any updates for like 2 months. So, any like bug updates will start happening in January because they're getting back from the holidays. But any like content updates, I think their first content update is scheduled for like February or March. So. Dead. That game is so dead. On Steam charts, Battlefield 1 and 5 have more players. It's on like 30k concurrent players, so it's bad. I mean, maybe less actually. Let's check right now. But yeah, it has not been good. Steam charts BF 2042, BF LOL, Battlefield, not B4. 2042, yeah, 24-hour peak, 17,000. Playing 2 minutes ago, 12,000. So, not great. They had a free weekend. Didn't really matter. Not a big boost, so that's funny. Other games I played. Obviously, I bought some Steam stuff on the Steam sale, so I'm playing through those. I beat Need for Speed Heat in about 9 hours. I don't know. I just saw Need for Speed. I was like, I haven't played Need for Speed in a long time. I played it. It was okay. It was enjoyable. I really liked it. I might go back and buy some of the other Need for Speed games and play through that franchise, because I think Need for Speed Underground 2 was the last one I played, and I mean I didn't really like the open world, but that's kind of where it's at now, and that's I don't know I didn't really mind it in Heat, so it's been fun, or it was fun, and I enjoyed it. The story was kind of whatever, but the racing was like I don't know, there's something nice about it. So yeah, that was good. And I beat this game called Gris, which was a platformer that had amazing music, was really, really cool in the second half of the game. The first half wasn't bad, it was just like, okay, this is interesting. The second half of the game was fantastic though. I really, really liked it. There's cool water levels, there's cool like an upside down thing where like um, kind of you're in another reality, but it's this line halfway through, and when you jump through that line, you're upside down, and it's like a replica of what you are, of what's like it's like a mirror of the normal thing, and you have to figure out puzzles and stuff, and it was really 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 good. I'm too dense to understand what the story was. There's apparently a story about depression and this girl, and I was like, I don't know what this is really about, but like the way I interpreted it was cool. So I like that game. I've been playing Grimes, which is a platforming game that's Souls-like, and it's been rough at times. And I think that for that game, I've realized that if I die a few times, I need to just stop playing as soon as I feel myself getting mad, because that game is a day ruiner. Because you die, you have to go back, and all the stuff that you killed respawns, but you have to go back and like get like to the waypoint or whatever. I forget what it's called now, Laypoint. Laystone? I don't know. But you have to go back there and like re-clear up to that point again. You don't have to kill everything again if you don't want to, but everything respawns. So that's been it's a beautiful game. It's actually fun. Like it's legitimately fun, and I really really like it. Matt got me that for Christmas, but like I can't play it often, which sucks because I want to like continue playing it, but I just start getting agitated. I'm like, I can't keep playing this. I know it's gonna like eventually like ruin my day, and I'm in a good mood right now. So like yesterday, for example, I watched Smosh for like 4 or 5 hours. I was gonna play Grimes for like maybe not even an hour, maybe like 30, 45 minutes, and then I died a few times. Like, okay, I can feel my good mood starting to go away, so I'm gonna alt F4 right now because this is getting ridiculous. I'm at a boss fight right now, the second one, which I'm not really sure what to do because it's like there's this one attack where they throw a stone up and it tracks you and it hits you, and it's like, okay, well. But while they're doing that, there's a second ability that's happening where they raise rocks up from the ground, and there's like 1 or 2 safe points that you can stand in to not get hit. And that rock is already halfway through getting that, or sorry, that rock hits you as those are falling. So like, you can't stand still, but if you jump, you can't jump over the rock. It hits you anyway. So I'm like, how the fuck are you supposed to do this? So that was getting me real frustrated. So I was like, I'm gonna stop here. But there's a few games like that I bought. So Grimes just looks fantastic, so I'm really looking forward to playing that more. There's another platformer game. I just really wanted to play something with a controller that's not really think a lot of stuff, so I bought Planet Alpha, which is another platformer game, a puzzle platformer, action platformer, whatever, that I'm installed and probably going to be playing when I don't want to play, when I can't play Grimes. D2R, I've been playing a whole lot of lately, which is I don't know what it's just I wouldn't have thought I would have been not burnt out, but not playing it as much this quickly. And it's kind of funny considering how addicted to the game I was like the first month that it was out. Like not playing it for days at a time was just I would never would have thought that. So yeah, the but my Hammerden is 4 bars into 95. My goal was to get him to 96 before the new year, which was possible. Just I didn't like all I needed to do was get half a bar a day, which was like an hour and a bit of work. But it ended up being that I didn't end up playing a lot. So I did get him to 4 bars though, and I am playing it somewhat often while when I'm not in the mood to play Battlefield or any other game and just listening to a podcast or something. I'll put it on, but I'm noticing that like before I could play that game just constantly while listening to a podcast, but now even like if I'm not paying attention, even then it's like, okay, I don't really feel like doing this while I'm playing or while I'm listening to stuff. So yeah, so haven't done any MFing lately, so for like a long time, just been leveling. I got all my characters to 90 that I had, so I have 190 of every class. I'd like to do one of like all the main specs, so that'll eventually be happening, but right now I have one of every class. Druid, Sorceress, I was gonna say Sorcery, Sorceress, Paladin. Um, those are my favorites. Assassin's kind of fun as well, and Barb ended up being a lot more fun once my gear started kicking in. So that was good. But yeah, for my Steam games, I bought a decent amount of games this year. Nothing, I was say nothing crazy, but definitely a decent amount of games. And what I did is actually made a text document of all the games that I had and all the games I was gifted by friends for Christmas. And I'd like to play all of them before next year's winter sale, just because I feel like I keep buying these games and then I never end up playing them. And I'd like to play them, but I know that like my want to game mood fluctuates, so we'll see how I get to those. But yeah, I'd like to do that. Like I'll just take a look right now, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 games that I bought. One of them is Prop Night, which is kind of like a prop hunt multiplayer game, so I don't know, just play that, see how it is. But yeah, there's a lot of puzzle games I'm seeing in here, so or platformers, so that'll be cool. And so yeah, that's games. Music-wise, I'm a bit behind the last couple of weeks just with the holidays. Just haven't been spending a whole lot of time listening to music. I currently just need to listen to 4 albums though, so not too behind. And then nothing's like 2 hours in the new playlist, so manageable. The one folder continues to be empty. The 2 folder I've made I think a dent in, and I'm into the C's right now. I think I'm closer to the end of C's, so or maybe even halfway. And yeah, so far so good. Honestly, I can see myself finishing the 2 folder by the end of the year. That was something kind of I wasn't sure if that like I thought this would take longer than a year to do, but like kind of seeing how quickly I'm going through some of this stuff, it's doable, really. So that's exciting because then it would just be whatever you want to listen to. And honestly, like right now, if I was finished 2 right now, I'd honestly be finding bands that's like they have 1 album, maybe a couple singles. They had 1 album come out. I'd just be finding those bands because that's just a quick kind of addition to the playlist without needing a whole lot of commitment to listen to whole discographies. So that's what I'd be listening to right now. So that's where I'm at. What I'm currently listening to is City and Color. That was just out of there because they were Canadian. When I was going through, I want to listen to some more Canadian stuff. I believe I listened to everything minus a few singles. So just going through that. Next, and then yeah. And then the final thing, oh my god, I can't wait till it's over so I stop yawning. The final thing is, I need to wet my whistle again. The final thing is work. I was going through a really hard time at work, and I realized it was just different. So I've talked about before how I'm at work, I feel confident, I feel good, nothing really kind of bothers me. If I have an issue, I'm like, whatever, it is what it is. So that's kind of the high, and then it kind of swoops into the lows where I'm just always anxious about work. I have those Sunday, even though it's the regular weekday anxiety attacks about work. I feel overwhelmed at work. I feel like every ticket that I have is another issue. I just don't feel like I'm doing my job well, and then it kind of goes back up with other things. So I had the low that was different than all the other lows because it felt like it lasted longer, and it wasn't that my tickets I wasn't able to figure out. Just having a very hard time at work. I don't even know how to explain it, but I realized that was just the low because I'm out of it now for a little bit, hopefully. And it was before the holidays, so I know it's not just the holidays, but it's like, oh, that was a low. Okay, interesting. So I'm down to 70 tickets, which is crazy. I closed off a lot of older tickets this last couple of weeks because I was like, I'm just not working on these anymore. So that was nice. The tickets I do have are annoying, so hopefully I can get those done. ISO, we did it. We got ISO for both Peter's and mine. Mine was the week of Christmas, the Monday before Christmas. It went well for the most part. There were things that he asked me that I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I'm so happy Peter or Cedric were there because they chipped in when, specifically Cedric especially, he would chip in and really help out. And especially when stuff like I didn't understand the question or I answered the question and he's like, all right, what else? I was like, I don't know. There were a few things we did wrong completely. I feel like the risk assessment, for example, is like, yeah, this is not at all what you're supposed to be doing. And we're like, oh, okay, so we were told to do this. Yeah, you're told wrong. Okay, and the thing that was the most, I guess not the most frustrating, but the thing that was like kind of a what the fuck man moment was when we realized we're not actually going to be grilled on the specifics of ISO. So like I was expecting like show me your password policy, show me your visitor log, show me how you're in compliance with these things. No, didn't give a shit. He asked like show me your customer reviews. He asked for some examples of like specific things that were in there, but none of them were like technical. There was nothing really technical in there. So you want to see the risk assessment and stuff, but like at no point did he say like show me how you're checking these things or whatever. So the actual work that I was stressing about and making tickets for and needing to do didn't check that, at least not this year. So that sucked, but whatever. We're in January. I have to start ISO 2022, and this will be easier this year, and we can work on some stuff hopefully with a little bit of laxness. But yeah, I'm glad that's over. That was a lot of stress that I was under, and yeah, so yeah, so that's 2021 and what I'm up to now. I am going to drink this coffee quickly because I am tired. My plan right now is likely going to spend a little bit of time watching some podcasts. Why do my hands look weird sitting like this? Okay. I'll watch some podcasts, catch up on whatever's there. There's a lot of Smoshcasts. I'll be watching everything with my podcasts. Probably play some D2R. I will be watching more Smosh later. I'd like to start playing Planet Alpha today, play some more Grimes, more likely more Battlefield, and yeah. So enjoying my days because I know that they are my holidays are coming to an end here. So and eat junk food. I'm actually not looking for the first time in so long. I'm not looking forward to eating junk food. I can't make this over. I'm actually looking forward to exercising and working out, but it's just I know that that's not gonna last. Okay, well that's it for me. I'm gonna go. Another, what's it, 45 minutes? 47 minutes. Nice. Good job, Mike, keeping these short. I really need to start making these more often so these aren't long videos to digest later. So, alright. Bye.